All right, let's set this scene. You've probably been there, right? The power goes out, your power station is plugged in and charging up, but you really need to use your laptop. So the question is, can you? It sounds like it should be a simple yes or no, but trust me, it's a bit more complicated than that. Today, we're going to break down exactly what pass-through charging is, and more importantly, how to do it without wrecking your gear.
So, let's just get right to it. Is it actually safe to use your stuff while your power station is charging? You know, a lot of the newer models are built for this, they advertise it as a feature. But here's the catch. Your safety and your gear's safety totally depends on how you're doing it. And believe me, getting this wrong, well, it can be a really expensive mistake.
Okay, so first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. The feature we're talking about, it's called pass-through charging. And it really does feel kind of magical, right? It's the ability for your power station to drink in power from, say, a solar panel or the wall, while at the very same time, it's powering up your laptop, your phone, whatever you've got plugged into it.
I mean, that sounds perfect, doesn't it? A never-ending stream of power. It's super convenient for sure. But there's a lot more happening under the hood than you might think, and you really need to know what's going on.
So to put it simply, the battery basically becomes this bridge. Power flows in from one side, and it flows right back out to your devices on the other. Easy, right? Well, on the surface, yeah, but that whole process puts a special kind of strain on all the important bits and pieces inside. And that strain, that's exactly where the danger lies. You see a ton of advice online that just kind of glosses over this part, but it is absolutely crucial to get what's at stake here before you just start plugging things in. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what? It'll just take longer to charge the main battery. And yeah, that can happen. But honestly, a slower charge is the least of your worries. We're talking about the risk of permanent, expensive damage to your gear.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of these risks. So when you're doing pass-through charging, you're basically making the battery multitask like crazy. It's juggling charging and discharging at the same time, and that creates a lot of extra heat. That heat, it's a battery killer. It slowly breaks down the cells, which means a shorter lifespan for your power station. The internal circuits can overheat too, which can lead to unstable power. Not good for your sensitive electronics. And yeah, in a worst-case scenario, we're talking fire hazard. Oh, and the cherry on top? You could be completely voiding your warranty without even knowing it.
And this is where you see a huge difference in advice. The common wisdom you hear everywhere is, just plug it in, it's designed for it. But the expert approach, the smart approach, is way more careful. It's about knowing your numbers, calculating your load, keeping an eye on the temperature, and just respecting the limits of your gear.
Okay, so how do we actually do this safely? Well, it all comes down to a simple balancing act. And don't worry, you don't need an engineering degree to figure this out. It's actually pretty straightforward.
We're just going to do a quick little safety check. It's way easier than you think, and it's going to give you the confidence to know you're using your power station the right way without risking anything.
It's really just 3 easy steps, okay? Step 1, find out how much power your device uses in watts. Just look on the power brick or adapter, it's almost always printed right there. Step 2, find your power station's voltage. This is usually 12 volts, but check your manual. And finally, step 3, you just divide the watts by the volts. The number you get is your load in amps. And that number is the key to everything. So, let's say you have a 60-watt laptop. You divide that by your 12-volt battery, and you get 5 amps. See? Simple. Now you have a real number to work with. All you have to do is check your power station's manual for its maximum output rating. As long as your 5 amps are below that max rating, you are good to go. All right, now that you know the secret math, which wasn't so secret or hard, was it? Let's put this all together into a super simple safety checklist you can run through every single time. Okay, here it is, your go-to checklist. Number 1, check the specs. Open that manual and find the maximum charge current and the maximum load. That's your red line. Don't cross it. Number 2, do that quick calculation we just talked about to find the amp draw of your devices. Number 3, and this is the really important one, you have to add the incoming charge current to your device's load. That combined number has to be less than the max rating. Number 4, just give your wires and fuses a quick look. Make sure they're rated to handle that total current. Number 5, just use your hand. If the power station feels hot to the touch, unplug something and reduce the load. And finally, number 6, use your common sense.
Stick to smaller devices like laptops and lights. Trying to run a microwave is usually a big no-no unless you have a serious beast of a power station.
You see, by following a simple checklist like that, you're not just blindly using a feature anymore. You actually understand what's happening inside your equipment. You can charge smart, and you can keep the lights on safely.
Look, if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Always, always respect the specs of your battery. It's just not worth sacrificing the safety and the lifespan of your expensive gear for a little bit of convenience. The motto here is, always check, never assume. So there you have it. You now have the knowledge to make smart, informed decisions. You're not just plugging things in and hoping for the best anymore. You're in control. So, now that you know the rules of the game, how are you going to power your next adventure?